Hello everyone, I am Aniket Dattatreya Takle. Today I am talking about human circulatory system and illness regarding human circulatory system. So let's start. The human body is a complex machine requiring many processes to function efficiently. To keep these crucial processes running without any hitches, vital elements and components need to be delivered to the various parts of the body. All are you know that this role of transportation is undertaken by the human circulatory system, moving essential nutrients and minerals throughout the body and metabolic waste products away from the body. In that the human circulatory system consists of a network of arteries, veins and capillaries with the heart pumping blood through it. Its primary role is to provide essential nutrients, minerals, and hormones to various parts of the body. Alternatively, the circulatory system is also responsible for collecting metabolic waste and toxins from the cells and tissues to be purified or expelled from the body. In that, features of the circulatory systems are so many crucial features of the human circulatory systems. In that, the human circulatory system consists of blood, heart, um, blood vessels and lymph. In that also, the human circulatory system circulates blood through two loops, that means double circulation, one for oxygenated blood, another for deoxygenated blood. In that also, the human heart consists of four chambers, two ventricles and two auricles are included in that. The human circulatory system possesses a body wide network of blood vessels. This comprises arteries, veins, and capillaries. In that, the proximal function of blood vessels is to transport oxygenated blood and nutrients to all parts of the body. In that, it is also tasked with collecting metabolic waste to be expelled from the body. And that also, most circulatory system diagrams do not visually represent its shear length. Theoretically, if the veins, arteries, and capillaries of a human were laid out end to end, it would span a total distance of 1 lakh kilometers, or roughly 8 times the diameter of the earth. Next point is organ of circulatory system. In that, the human circulatory system comprises four main organs that have specific roles and functions. That the vital circulatory system organs included heart, blood. In that blood, technically blood is considered a tissue and not an organ. Third one is blood vessels, and fourth one is lymphatic system. In that first, heart. The heart is a muscular organ located in the chest cavity, right between the lungs. It is positioned slightly towards the left in the thoracic region and is enveloped by the pericardium. The human heart is separated into four chambers, namely two upper chambers called arteria, singularly known as atrium, and two lower chambers called as ventricles. In that Through other animals possess a heart, the way their circulatory system functions is quite different from humans. Moreover, in some cases, the human circulatory system is much more evolved when compared to insects or mollusks. In that double circulation, the way blood flows in the human body is unique and it is quite efficient too. The blood circulates through the heart twice, hence it is called as double circulation. Other animals like fish have single circulation where blood completes a circuit through the entire animal only once. In that The main advantage of double circulation is that every tissues in the body has a steady supply of oxygenated blood and it does not get mixed with the deoxygenated blood. In that second part, blood is the body's fluid connective tissue and it forms a vital part of the human circulatory system. Its main function is to circulate nutrients, hormones, minerals, and other essential components to the different parts of the body. Blood flows through a specified set of pathways called as blood vessels. The organ which is involved in pumping blood to different body parts is the heart. Blood cells, blood plasma, proteins, and other minerals components such as sodium, potassium, calcium, etc., constitute human blood. Blood is composed of two parts. That one is plasma and second one is red blood cells. In that plasma is the fluid part of the blood and is composed of 90% of water. In that red blood cells, white blood cells and platelets constitute the solid part of the blood. Then we are discuss of about types of blood cells. In that the human body consists of three types of blood cells, namely red blood cells, it is also known as erythrocytes. Second one is white blood cells, it is also known as leukocytes, and third one is platelets, it is also known as thrombocytes. In that red blood cells, that means RBCs, in that red blood cells are mainly involved in transporting oxygen, nutrients, and other substances to various parts of the body. These blood cells also remove waste from the body. And second one is the white blood cells, it is also known as WBC. White blood cells are specialized cells which function as a body's defense system. They provide immunity by fending off pathogens and harmful microorganisms. Third one is platelets. In that, platelets are cells that help to form clots and stop bleeding. They act on the site of injury or a wound. In that, third one is blood vessels. In that, blood vessels are a network of pathways through which blood travels throughout the body. Arteries and veins are the two primary types of blood vessels in the circulatory system of the body. In that, arteries are blood vessels that transport oxygenated blood from the heart to various parts of the body. They are thick, elastic, and are divided into a small network of blood vessels called as capillaries. In that, the only exception to these is the pulmonary arteries, which carries deoxygenated blood to the lungs. In that, veins are blood vessels that carry deoxygenated blood towards the heart from various parts of the body. They are thin, elastic, and are present closer to the surface of the skin. However, pulmonary and umbilical veins are the only veins that carry oxygenated blood in the entire body. In that, lymphatic system, the human circulatory system consists of another body fluid called as lymph. It is also known as a tissue fluid. It is produced by the lymphatic system, which comprises a network of interconnected organs, nodes, and ducts. In that, lymph is a colorless fluid consisting of salts, proteins, water, which transport and circulates digested food and absorbed fat to intercellular spaces in the tissues. Unlike the circulatory system, lymph is not pumped, that means instead it passively flows through a network of vessels. After that, we are discuss about functions of circulatory system. In that, the most important function of the circulatory system is transporting oxygen throughout the body. The other vital functions of the human circulatory system, like it helps in sustaining all the organ systems. It transports blood, nutrients, oxygen, carbon dioxide, and hormones throughout the body. It protects cells from pathogens. It acts as an interface for cell to cell interaction. Also, in that, the substances present in the blood help repair the damaged tissue. Next, we are discuss about disorders and illness regarding human circulatory system. In that, a disorder is defined as a state of irregular functioning of the body. That means the disorder of the circulatory system could be defined as any ailment which affects the heart, blood vessels, and the blood cells. In that, this disorder leads to the insufficient or reduced transportation of the blood, oxygen, hormones, and nutrients to the tissue and the cells. Examples like high blood pressure. In that, the circulatory system may be defined as a system which is involved in the circulation of lymph and blood throughout the body. That means the circulatory system consists of many parts like heart, blood vessels, blood cells, lymphatic vessels, and glands. This disorder may be affected by the following factors, like an emotional response to distressing events like an accident. Others are blockage of blood vessels, like formation of tumors in vessels, also reduction in the artery diameter. There are various types of disorders in circulatory system like high blood pressure. In that high blood pressure, the pressure which is created by the blood flow on the wall of blood vessels. In humans, the normal range of blood pressure is 120 per 80. In this range, 120 is the systolic blood pressure and 80 is the diastolic blood pressure. In that, systolic blood pressure means it is defined as the pressure that is created in the arteries when blood flows through arteries to the rest of the body when the heart beats. Also in that diastolic blood pressure, it is defined as the pressure created in the arteries when the heart relaxes between the beats. If the normal blood pressure is higher than 140 over 90 or higher, it leads to hypertension. It has no signs and symptoms. That means hypertension may lead to heart diseases and improper functioning of some organs like brain and kidney. In that, high blood pressure may be caused by following factors like intake of salty foods, the also intake of too much alcohol, also intake of large amounts of fat rich foods, etc. Second one is coronary artery disease. It is also called as CAD. In that, coronary artery disease is also termed as atherosclerosis. In that, atherosclerosis is the disease which is caused by the deposition of excess substances in the blood vessels which supplies the blood to the heart muscle, and this deposition leads to the blockage of the blood flow. That means the examples of excess substances are fat, cholesterol and fibrous tissues. As a result, it may also cause a heart attack. In that, coronary artery disease, that means CAD, could be caused by the following factors like smoking, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and like diabetes or insulin resistance. In angina pectoris, second one is angina. That angina is the condition in which chest pain occurs if the heart receives insufficient oxygen and nutrients through the blood vessels. Angina could be caused the following different risk factors like smoking, age factor. In that age factor, more than 40 age is required, is found. In third, hypertension. Fourth, obesity, and last one is physical inactivity. In the next disorder is heart failure. In that, heart failure may be defined as a chronic condition when the heart doesn't pump sufficient blood to the tissue cells in the body. It is sometimes known as the congestive heart failure because the main symptom of heart failure is a lung congestion. Heart failure may be caused by the following risk factors like smoking, obesity, and intake of fat rich food. These are all about human circulatory system and illness regarding human circulatory system. Thank you.